Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our councillors for the first of the environment meetings in the municipal year. So thank you very much for attending. The agenda, then we start with questions from the members of the public. I suspect there are no questions as there were no public present. We move on to apologies for absence.
Apologies this evening from Councillor G. Birch.
Thank you very much. Members' interest. To receive any declaration of interest from members on the business to be transacted. Do we have any members' interest to be declared? No, thank you very much. Moving on. Minutes of the environment meeting held on the 12th of March. Pages 1874 to 1875. Page 1874 and 1875. I'm proposing, do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Hazel. Sign minutes.
Need to vote, Michael.
Yes, 14th.
Vote.
Those in favour. Seems to be unanimous. 1405 26. Right, okay then, climate change. Moving over to Chris. I'm not sure there's a lot to update because we haven't had a meeting.
We haven't had a meeting since the last Environment Committee, so the only item really is the green quiz, which Hazel will probably tell us more about than anyways.
I was going to say, between me and Michael, we've distributed probably about a dozen posters around Sandhurst, as long as, and I think it's been a week of Sandhurst and various social media that we've got. So I think it's just a big push from everybody, if they can, to encourage friends and family to come along. And I've got the quizmaster booked, so it's just ready to go.
So I noticed there wasn't one of those posters on the notice board.
There was, because I put one up, but don't forget there were two notice boards.
Which notice?
The one on the park.
There was.
Farms.
No, this side. You know, literally just outside here to the left.
All right.
Yeah, no, we don't normally display every event.
No, that was just as walking past with the dog.
Yeah.
I thought I saw that there wasn't.
I know what you mean, the white
Yes.
interpretation board, yeah.
So if anybody else knows anywhere we can put posters, that
I
would be
want to take down to Tesco's.
Yeah. You want one?
No, I've got one to
Lovely.
take down, yeah.
Right.
Okay, and yeah, just come along for the evening.
I think the other thing we do need to look at is maybe another We Love Sandhurst.
Yeah, I think I asked Darcy if she would
Within a couple of weeks,
repost it.
maybe, as a reminder,
And
because people do tend to forget. They
give it a nudge.
okay then. So
Yes, is he going to Crowthorne and places nearby?
Yeah,
It is.
yeah,
Okay, great.
yeah, it goes
Yeah,
through
I think
them.
we just got to keep it live in the social media, as well as keeping an eye on if a poster's gone down or anything.
good.
Have
Okay.
you got people signed up for it already?
There's been no tickets purchased.
No, I think I said to Darcy today, if she puts it on social media, tickets available from the office to encourage us to get an idea of numbers. But I know other quizzes that I go to, like in Crowthorne,
A lot of people do turn up in the evening.
turn up on the evening.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Assuming there's no football on that evening, or Strictly Come Dancing or whatever. Right, moving on then to my pet subject, which is hanging baskets and planters. I'd like to say that we've made progress since the last meeting, but the situation is that I emailed Bracknell Forest Council and also Ringways, because Ringways are the ones who are going to be replacing the 11 metal posts, 6 in central Sandhurst and 5 in College Town opposite Alvey. The last email that I got, in fact, it was from Cam, who Ant and I have exchanged correspondence with. He did say, I've requested this to be done as soon as possible in May. I then sent him a reminder, which I sent on the 11th. And it says, basically, your last email to me dated the 22nd of April indicated potential installation in May. Do you have an update on the projected installation date, which I can communicate to my fellow councillors? The answer is no. I will have to chase that up. You know, it's just disappointing because I emailed him. He's part of Highways. I also emailed Gary Cleaver, who is part of Highways, and I also emailed Ringway, because Ringway will be doing the work. So all I can say at this stage is that I will persevere. They have indicated May, and we're still in May. So if I can get a date of, even if it's the last day of May, then at least I have a target to aim at, and we will see activity both in central Sandhurst and also in College Town. And at the same time, with the order that's been placed with the company in Slough for the hanging baskets, they will also at the same time install the flower towers in both Little Sandhurst and also in Owlsmore, to be done simultaneously. I'd like the idea of it being blanket covered in all 4 parishes, because I think it will avoid people saying, well, why
and we have it.
you will know the situation with social media, whether we like it or not. There'll be a conspiracy that someone's been seen.
Someone's done it deliberately.
Nonsense.
And that is the way it will be done. And the company in Slough are perfectly happy to work on that premise. They've been given the location for the flower towers with, thanks to Chris Watt, 3 words. So they've confirmed the availability. All they need now is confirmation that they can actually come on site. So the hanging baskets themselves will have double hanging baskets, metal posts with brackets on each side. I think it would be very good, but it's not. You know, if anyone wants to think that there's been little effort, that's a wheelbarrow job or a supermarket trolley job. So we are getting. I expect that there'll be good news at the time of the next meeting, and hopefully there'll be some favourable comments back also coming. So that covers then hanging baskets, which is an information item. Over the page we have outside bodies reports. This is the one here, isn't it? This one.
A you need to do first.
To receive reports from any representatives on outside bodies. Are there any reports going around the table? Okay, that's a no. B, to assign councillors to positions on outside bodies. Our executive officers circulated the proposal, which is for 2026-27. It seems to be basically
There is no proposal.
There is no, fine, okay, then it's just to be read. Or just for information.
No, I mean, there hasn't been any proposal circulated because I haven't had one.
Okay.
But all I've asked
With a different one in the agenda.
Yeah, so this is the representatives from last year. We now have to agree the representatives from this year. It's my understanding that in the script that I left for the mayor, so I'm hoping you read it, there was a request that obviously to move this from town to here, and that anyone wishing to be on an outside body that wasn't attending tonight should have emailed in to myself or Darcy, and Darcy's confirmed that nobody has done that. So if people are going to be looked at for representation that aren't here, well, we're going to have to decide, actually speak to them, because no one has flagged up that they would like to be any.
I think my comment is that the full council was deferred to this meeting.
Yeah.
I don't think a reminder was what the reminder given.
It was on the script. Graham should have read it out.
Maybe I missed it then.
No, it's right. I did hear that because I was about to say you should say, and I didn't because it was said.
Well, basically, going around the table, has anyone got any comments or that they're in agreement with where they for those particular positions? Are they?
No one's been nominated.
Okay, well, they're listed. Basically,
I'll not be doing the Elds because I'm on the Ellsworth Community Centre rep borough.
Right, Ellsmore.
Should we start
from the top?
Yeah, I'm happy to do that.
So I've represented Blackwater Valley and I've got good relationships with them, but neither of the 2 other representatives have attended. So I don't mind attending as
Sophie said that she'd not received any communication as to dates or no contact.
That would be from the office.
No, it's not from me. I don't communicate.
That's not from
Comes from Blackwater Valley.
But don't you?
Valley.
Yeah, they've been notified of who is the outside body. Yes.
So does,
So Sophie said she was fine staying on that, but we
Right,
can
so she's
go to-
confirmed then, that's.
Yeah.
Which is the same as, basically the same as last year.
Well, no, because what's Palm doing?
Oh,
just take Palm off. I think 2 representatives are enough.
is there a minimum? Is there a minimum number then? Not really. Okay, well, shall we delete Palm then?
That's what
I'm
we're
not aware
agreeing
that he
to.
attended any meetings.
That's it.
Okay, right. Bannister Charity, Diane,
I'm now a trustee of Bannister, so I don't need to be a representative, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I've got
Yes, you
down
can't be
here that Graham was quite keen to carry on.
I know Graham was, yeah.
Yeah.
but not Paul.
Um,
I can't.
Paul
see
didn't come
attending.
to one meeting last year.
The meeting's held in person.
Yes.
I doubt he'd be able to make it.
Well, he didn't make it last year, and it was they found a ground. They're once a year, and they found a ground floor room specially for him, and he didn't come.
Where is it? Where's it held?
at various places.
Well,
Some-
last year it was held in the fire station in Crowthorne, so that they had ground floor access. But I believe that it's intended that this year it will be held in Sandhurst on the alternating.
I'm happy to do it because I quite like the Bannister Charity.
Oh, right, okay, then, right.
I know sometimes it's in people's houses because there was like you say, a big discussion about whether Paul could get into the houses and things.
So we've got this, yes, okay. So we've got Graham and Ray.
Yep.
Right, okay. Blackbush Airport, Nick,
Leave as is.
okay, Dale, and, yeah, okay, Mike Butcher as a substitute.
Yep.
Bracknell Forest,
I've got, I think Dale wanted to carry on.
Yes.
Don't they?
yeah,
That one's Chris.
I'm happy to carry it.
So Dale and Chris.
okay. Yep, agreed. Santa's Day Centre, we've got down, now there's some changes here, I believe. Nick, are you happy to
I'm happy to stay on it.
stay on? Okay then, and Nikki?
Yep, I think.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, the next meeting's the 4th of June.
Yes, I've heard to
Yes.
give apologies already.
All right.
I'll be away on that one, unfortunately.
The minute take,
I
we'll be
did, I
noting
did.
that,
Yeah.
to have that conversation.
Yes.
Ellesmere Centre, we've got here, I've got Diane and Hazel.
Yes, I
No, that was
I seem to recall agreeing that recently.
I was
Can't
going to say on my
remember.
list, it
Makes
says.
sense.
It was Ray and
Thank you.
so Diane, you're going on to that, yeah?
Yes,
We're on the borough rep.
So we're taking you off onto,
Yeah, well, I'm
as we
borough rep.
discussed.
Yeah.
Okay, that
I think
makes
he's
sense.
there anyway.
Okay, Diane and Hazel Hill. AW Museum Trust, we've got Chris and John Edwards. John, happy, say on, Chris?
I have difficulty getting to their meetings. They nearly was on a Monday when I had my.
They're always on a Monday. Yeah.
I don't think it's really. Since you had an invite since. So you had an invite recently. I haven't had an invite for a long while. No. Okay, yeah, fine. Sorry if I was missing out. I might both be missing out. I don't know.
Would you be willing to stay on just in case the circumstances change?
They're always on a Monday.
Yes.
Always have been.
I can do Mondays during school holiday times because we don't have the
Well,
rehearsals.
perhaps we put out the,
Would what be sufficient though, if you're not able to attend? Is it mandatory to have two?
I think they would probably like to, but if they don't get to, then they get one.
In that case, then with people understand that I probably won't be able to get to the meeting.
But you have attended some then during the holiday time. Okay, all right. Leave it that way. I think it might be easier, Chris. Okay, then moving on to involve Dale, Ray, and Diane as a substitute.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Happy with that then? Good.
Happy with that, Ray?
Yeah. Broadmoor Hospital. Ray, you indicated you didn't want to be.
No, I don't.
You don't want to be on Broadway Hospital.
I've had enough to do with that hospital.
We've got
over the years.
Ben.
Not as a patient.
Not that.
No, thanks for confirming.
Ben quite liked to do
How often is the meetings take
Ran the
place?
football team. Oh, they're not
They are
very well.
roughly, but they are as and when they have
Yeah.
news, because I go on them as well. So there is one coming up, but there's no set time now, obviously, because they were more frequent when all the selling of the land, etc.
Yes.
was going on.
step up for
They're
that.
currently just,
Okay, Hazel will, okay then.
yeah, they're currently just going through, confirming everything and these are, the meetings have been quite.
If you're happy.
Find more Razorway.
Hazel then and Ben.
Did you hear that with what happened up there?
Yeah.
They had to put razor wire on the wall to keep people out. The youngsters were climbing over and taking photographs of themselves.
That's all the
Inside the hospital.
YouTubers and Instagrammers, yeah.
I thought the word
They
for
put razor wire on the top. one so
Razor
that
wire.
didn't come in.
Stop and come in. That's a big one.
Makes you wonder.
I know it's changed. It's a lot easier in there now than it used to be, but not that.
Residents Association liaison, we've got Dale, myself, Nikki and Chris. But I think Diane, you indicated, didn't you, that you wanted to be on the
There's no point being on it. It's trustee.
regional trustee then, okay.
I've got enough hats.
Sorry, sorry, that was my fault. I think that Janice D'Souza had indicated that she
Well,
liked.
come on.
Nikki's coming off.
You're coming off, and can we put Janice D'Souza?
So Janice is a regular member of it.
She's a,
She does-
yeah, she goes.
She has her own seat. She doesn't need another hat.
No. So is Dale continuing?
Yes,
I don't think
Yeah,
yes,
Michael.
been to any.
yes, I am.
And Chris?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay.
yeah.
Good.
So that's enough.
Okay.
Unless
Yeah.
someone else wants to go.
Okay.
I can always swap my hats mid-meeting. Getting good at that.
Sandhurst Youth, there's no change. Nikki,
Yeah, Lee said
Lee
she was
Quick, happy to, Lee's still happy, and Ray,
Yeah, okay.
Sandhurst Youth. So, right, that's another one that's no change. Sandhurst Sports Club, well, Jean has to come on.
Yeah, if it's vice and chair of leisure, obviously Nikki came on as sub because Jean was not ever going to be attending any.
So it's
So
Graham
it'll be Graham and Hazel.
and Hazel.
She's still. I'm not vice chair of leisure.
Are you not?
No.
Who is?
Me.
It's you then.
I mean,
Sorry,
I
not
still
having
don't
been at
mind
the
staying on
meeting,
to
having not
to-
been at the
to
meeting.
do it. I've been to all the meetings down there.
Yeah,
So,
in place of Jean. Yeah.
Well, do you want to come off as do you want to stay on but not as a substitute?
We can only have
Yeah.
two.
You can only have
but
two
there
anyway.
wasn't any standing. I remember saying to you before about this. I don't think there was an
I think
Anything
you'll
in-
find it's on their list.
standing.
Yeah,
They were
I think you
fine.
find it's on their
Maybe.
list.
Okay, so we've got
If
Graham.
they're happy for you to, but the council only provide two people.
Yeah.
So if you go as something else, that's fine, but the council only provide two.
So it'll be Graham and Nikki and
So it'd
then
be,
we've got-
it'd be Graham and whoever, Ray, if Ray's, sorry, having not been here, I don't know, not fully got
So
my head
Nikki-
around who's what
They've
now.
still got me number 49 member, number 9 member. I was number 9.
Right, but if you want to go as sub and if there's an occasion where,
Happy to do that
if there's
because
an occasion where Graham or
So
Ray
Graham and
aren't
Ray,
there.
and then you'll be
Like I
fine.
say, if you want to attend in another guise, I think are the most of them open to the public? I don't know how it works, Nikki.
well open to members.
So that's
For
Graham,
the club.
Ray, Mossam and Nikki as substitute. Right. That's done for another
Right,
year.
can I just run through that and confirm?
Yes.
Sorry,
Yep, okay.
Sure. So Blackwater Valley, we have councillors Sophie Forster, Hazel Hill. Bannister Charity, we have Graham Birch and Ray. Blackbush, we have Nick, Dale and Mike Butcher as sub. Parish and Town Liaison, we have Dale and Chris. Sandhurst Day Centre, we have Nick and Nikki. Alsmore, we have Hazel and Diane. Museum, we have John and Chris. Involved, we have Dale, Ray and Diane as sub. Broadmoor, we have Ben and Hazel. SRA, we have Dale, Michael and Chris. Sandhurst Youth, we have Ray and Lee. And Sports Club, we have Graham and Hazel. No, we
No,
have
Ray
Graham
and Ray
and
and Nikki
Ray
as substitute.
and Nikki as sub.
That's what we don't do this every month.
So we just need to vote on that.
Yeah. All those in favour? That's unanimous. Thank you very much.
To do with it, then.
All right, okay. Now moving on to item number 8, which is footpaths. And I've got here the list, which is that there's,
Yeah, good.
it's the same, isn't it, to this one? 361, is that one? 366.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Great, okay then. So I have that on my notice board at home. Right, footpath 12, Diane.
That A, you haven't done, Michael, on the agenda.
Sorry, I've got a, sorry, to receive feedback on path conditions are and action taken. Now, I've got here, if you bear with me a moment, yes. I've got here,
Yeah.
a condition of the notice board, because I put up the
We're
floor.
on footpaths.
Footpaths.
Is so, notice boards, we'll come at that in a moment, footpaths. So footpath 12, Diane,
A.
Yeah,
to receive reports on outside bodies.
right. The only thing I say about footpaths is that I keep
Footpaths, yes.
forgetting to take
Yes,
the
to keep-
secateurs out with me. Because footpaths are driving me potty.
Why?
Because they're
Overgrown.
overgrown. And I have been known to take my secateurs out with me, but my partner in crime died last year and I need her to stand next to me and dog out for me. And I'm not prepared to go out on my own with secateurs. I'll do it.
Is it worth taking photographs then and sending them to the borough with particular
Well-
locations so they can then send the ground people
Well,
in?
one case in point. I mean, I could go on about every single walking route I do, but I won't for a change. Behave. The one particularly overgrown is the one that at Sandhurst School, you've got the sports centre bit, the car park.
Greenways, isn't it?
Pardon?
Greenways.
I have no idea what it's called.
Mhm.
It goes round the car park and then towards College Town, that footpath.
Yeah.
There's few houses there and you've got Yeovil Road behind you. No, Owlsmore Road behind you.
Play park.
But
The play parks.
Yes,
just for
yeah.
it,
and it goes round there and it's, you can't get through it. And it's ridiculous.
That isn't one of our footpaths
No.
either, so.
I look to see the little notice because you usually leave little signs. This is Ange, get off. Not quite. But it's just not conducive to people walking around there. I mean, I can't take a buggy down there for
Would you want to report it then to customer services at Bracknell Forest
it's
Council?
Bracknell Forest.
Yes, it is.
Okay, fine. I can do
Yeah.
that. I'm good at that.
I'm just trying to think which park is, I mean, the path, the Greenway path.
It's quite a long one, isn't it?
It's really wide.
No, this isn't the Greenway. This is the one right by Sandhurst School. South of Sandhurst School, from Owlsmore Road
Yeah.
towards Branksome Hill.
That's the Greenway.
It's the green one.
Yes, but the bit before you get to the Greenway is a narrow path. Trust me,
Okay.
I was down it yesterday.
What, just on the Owlsmore Road side?
Yes.
Okay.
By the houses.
Yeah, you might be right.
I know I'm right.
Oh, yeah, see.
Bloody bushes that day.
Yeah, you're right. It's almost, it's actually.
I don't imagine these things,
No,
Nick.
I think actually it was a desire line which was just put in and it wasn't very wide.
True. Not very wide, as in not wide.
Because originally it was just created by people walking on it, which is why it's called a desire line. So, yeah.
Oh, I see. That's anyway. So it's Bracknell Forest.
Bracknell Forest Council, ideally with photographs. I find
Oh, I
photographs.
If you do photos with them, it's
I
a lot
like
more.
that.
I'd send them
Then they
photographs.
can see the severity of it and then they can grade it in terms of the priority, the same with potholes.
And if we're talking about this, if you could take some pictures of the park, because the whole surrounding area there is
Which park?
Greenways.
is so run down. In fact, I think it'd be good.
What, the bit by the tennis courts?
No, the back.
No, back the park.
The
There's one
Greenways,
here at the back.
children's parks.
The children's park.
Maybe the children's could play area.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, okay.
It really needs a spruce up.
I don't
Okay.
know that bit. I
Thorough.
And then I went there and somebody reported a load of grass.
Footpath.
Yeah, yes.
They didn't pick it up and
Yes, right,
everything.
okay then, right, okay. So look, we agree the process, it's photographs, Bracknell Forest Council, customer services.
Okay.
Okay, right, so footpath then, footpath 12, which we
Yeah.
got down as Diane.
yes.
And all of that.
Yes.
24 Edgebarrow Woods, that's Chris.
Yeah.
How does that
I knew where that one.
And Alison. Is it because it's the top bit?
I said, well,
Interested. I've got the definitive map in front of me and I can't find that one.
It's the one that goes from South Road.
Ah, that's why it's called Edgebarrow.
To,
Crowthorne Road.
Crowthorne Road, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, what number was that?
So footpath 12,
Oh, right, okay, I do know. Yes, it's the one that goes up to the telephone mast, doesn't it? Yeah,
you agree, okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
that's fine.
24 then is also.
That was 24.
That's 24 is, okay then, CI. Footpath 1, Nick Allen.
Yeah.
Nick, you happy to carry on with that?
Yeah.
1A is also yours, Nick. Do they link in maybe, or?
Yeah, I'm happy to do it. Can I just clarify though? Is it actually the bit that goes down the side of Aldi, or is it the bit that goes between Fraser Mead and Hogarth Close? Because I would say the bit that goes between Fraser Mead and Hogarth Close, the path, the other bit belongs to Aldi, I thought.
Is it not the bit that from the bottom corner of the car park out the back? It goes towards Pauline's.
Yeah.
But there's
There is a gate.
when you just go through the gate, the bit you go onto is a footpath between two roads.
Yeah.
Two roads. I wonder if it's actually that bit rather than the bit. Because,
My understanding is it's the first bit actually from Aldi.
okay, I thought Aldi owned that, but maybe.
Well, they must own it because there's a gate
Well,
at the bottom of the pond.
It's footpath 12.
Yeah.
No, it's 1A.
1A, looking at.
1A, let's have a look. That's it.
Oh, it is that bit then.
Diane will say, get off 12, that's fine.
you can have it.
Unless they go with their secretaries.
Well, that's another one.
Take them with me. You can stand at the
Yeah,
end.
that's no problem.
Right, is Aldi to College Town?
Yeah. Oh, well. Okay, yeah, I suppose it is that bit, but
Those Dean
I
Lane.
mean, I have to say it hardly needs monitoring because it's a brick wall on one side and grass on the other, so.
These are only the ones that have been sent to us from Bracknell.
I know, okay. I mean, I'm happy to take it.
That's it.
Doesn't actually need any monitoring.
Okay, so Nick.
Okay.
Right, next one is footpath 15, which is John. Ransom Hill Road to College Road.
Yeah.
Sounds quite local to you.
It's very
Just out for your front
It
door.
does get overgrown though, but yeah.
It does get very overgrown.
Take your secateurs out.
Okay.
Do we know why number 14 is not on that list?
Because it's not one of our footpaths that we monitor.
So that's a Bracknell Forest.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's it, Barrow Woods, so.
Yeah, but
Correct.
remember as well that some of their numbers are not our numbers.
Okay,
We've had this before.
yes.
They
Okay, right.
rejig them
So-
all.
I think we've got enough without adopting
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
borough's footpaths.
Yeah.
I think in the circumstances. Number 20, we've got Nick again, that's Rayburn Way to Gower Park,
That's fine.
NA. Right, moving on to Central Sandhurst. Footpath number 8 is Janice. I think speaking to Janice, she's happy to stay on. She's
Yep.
quite active with the secateurs. So Janice for that. And also number 2, Janice. Footpath 13 is mine, MB. Number 6 is MB. Number 3 is Nikki, Scotland Hill. Happy with that? Fine, okay. Well, look forward to seeing you with your secateurs.
Oh, I have been out.
Nikki then.
What was that?
Scotland Hill.
Oh, yes, yes, okay. That's
That bit there,
the one that
Chris.
goes across the railway.
That one,
Yeah,
that one.
yeah. I've
Okay.
got it here, yeah.
Okay,
I do it
right,
once
so
Yeah.
footpath number 4 is me, MB. Number 9 is Janice. Number 10 is Janice. Number 5 is Chris.
Yep.
That's your favourite one, isn't it? It's the leaf footpath.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a killer.
Yes, yes, with the steps.
It's easier going down again.
I was going to say, go down, you build up a bit of momentum. All of a sudden, you've got a bit of speed.
So Chris, right, and then last but not least, Nikki is Shops to Goths Meadow, which is the
Yeah, that's I've gone. Yeah,
difficult one now
Yeah.
because it's been fenced off.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, it used to be open.
yeah.
But because of antisocial behaviour, the landlord shut it off.
Yeah.
So Nikki, do we go through? Are you happy with that?
So there's no changes whatsoever. So yeah,
Right. Okay then. Right.
you just need to propose it second.
Yeah, I've got that is then. You proposed it. I'm happy
Who's
to.
Nick's proposed?
You proposed. Your hand went up, so unless you were waving.
I was a coiled spring ready to vote as well, but I'm happy to propose that.
Second, I'll have seconded.
Vote.
Yes, those in favour? That's
Raise
unanimous.
your hand.
Yeah,
then.
it was that.
Right, so moving on, notice boards. To receive feedback on notice boards and actions taken from assigned monitor. I have got one, if I can raise it now, assuming I can find it, having lost it. Yeah,
You just had it over
yes,
there.
I did, yes, it got caught up in all the paperwork. Here we are. Whilst putting Hazel's green event poster up, I know this is the one opposite the Bird in Hand by the bus
Yeah.
stop. The problem with it is that's deteriorated, but far more importantly, and if you want to take this with you, the post at the bottom is actually broken away.
Okay.
The whole thing literally is unstable. So it would be useful for you to have that to show,
Yeah.
really show, I suppose.
Well, I don't think there's,
Nick?
it looks a little bit beyond repair to me, but
I believe-
no, they don't. So
No, they
that rumours in the last environment that we had ongoing of notice boards for repairing and replacing. No one here has ever heard of such a thing. So what they did, obviously the lads try to patch them up as and when they can, but we have no spare. So if it's beyond repair, then we'll obviously have to replace. But I'll get the lads to look at it, see what they think, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Certainly about sort of re-securing it. Yeah.
Do you want
Yeah, thank
You
you.
do, okay,
That's
then.
great.
Really, that's the critical.
Yeah, definitely.
Good. So you know, when you're putting the poster on, the whole thing moves backwards and forwards
Yeah.
about 6 inches. Think to yourself, this is not very stable. Right, so to assign councillors to monitor notice boards. I think probably that it's unlikely there can be any change. Diane, you're down for Owlsmore in its entirety, the 4 locations.
Oh, I thought I only had 2. That's fine. I look at all of them. So that's fine.
Okay, there's no need to read them out to you.
No, I've got the list here.
Are you happy or do you want to split some?
That's fine. If anybody else, I mean, a number of us walk past them. I mean,
I've quite often walked
In
past
fairness,
them
if
as
I've
well,
walked past one and there's something
Yeah,
on there that isn't
deal
on
with it anyways for anybody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if there's an overlap.
absolutely.
yeah,
For instance,
I'm not offended if you do my job.
no, let's do it that way. John, you're down for the entrance to College Town Junior School. Happy with that?
Yep.
Okay. And Nick, you're down for Aldi. Although sometimes there's quite a lot of vegetation, I find. Do you
On that
trim it
one.
with the notice board by Aldi?
I don't trim the vegetation.
You don't? Okay, then. I just find it difficult to put the flyer up because the vegetation's in the way.
His face would, well, your face would
It's not,
to them.
so I'm not taking this.
Notice board.
There's a notice board. Okay, then, but
Picky.
is that okay then? Central Sandhurst, well, Palm.
I would suggest we replace.
I'll take it on. Well,
I don't mind because I literally go down to walk the dog.
Nikki,
daily,
happy to
so-
do that then for the cafe car park.
I do the other 2 as well,
In the library?
the library and opposite.
Okay, so we'll
So
put
I'll
Nikki down
put
for
me
that.
for those.
Nikki, you're already done for the library and deep by opposite
Yeah.
Dee's pet shop.
So I'll take on the stuff.
There's a nice guy from Broadway also happens to, he sorts out the notice,
Yeah.
the library.
He takes them off a lot.
Yes, he does. But there are a number of times I go and I think, oh, the one by Dee's Pets has got all these posts on. Then you go down by the library and you're like, oh, you
Nothing.
little bugger.
You know.
Well, we know. of course,
Them
yeah.
again.
In fact, last
Is
time,
that the one that needs to be locked?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the one that needs to be locked, yeah.
in fact, when I had a look at Hazel's flyer, there was only one drawing pin in. So whoever's decided not to take the poster, they took the drawing pins instead.
What, the library?
Yes.
Yes, they do take the drawing pins as well.
Oh,
Maybe.
there's a kleptomaniac for drawing pins.
Well, I used to find that when I did the library.
Yeah, we know who it
We
is.
know who it is. It's someone in Broadway
that's
House.
what I'm saying, replace it with a locked one.
Yeah,
That's
probably about.
Well, that creates problems in itself. It's
No, not if it's just that one that we'll get in trouble with.
no, but other people do put up the flyers that have been authorised by Sandhurst Town Council. They need
There is lots to go and get into it.
I think there are more problems than solutions.
Well, we did discuss that last
Yeah.
time.
Let's
Decided
just
against
leave it, maintain the status quo. Little Sandhurst is straightforward, both of mine, MB.
Okay.
Right, I'm going to propose that. Do we have a second? Margaret?
Yeah, it's fine.
Negative enough.
Martin.
Above.
Don't forget the vote.
Okay, those in favour of the recommendation? Okay, then that's unanimous. Press and publicity to consider public notice messages and timing for release. Any requirements?
I'm not aware of it.
No, I'm not going around the table. No one put their hand up, so we'll put that down as a no. And then date of the next meeting is going to be the 9th of July. Thank you very much for attending. Meeting closed at 20:05.
Yes.
We're going to company streaming.
No, I can't from the TikTok. She was really nice.